your YouTube channel Adhyayan Academy. This academy is fully devoted to the aspirants, students who are preparing for different kinds of examinations and their academics. So, all viewers of this academy, this YouTube channel are well familiar about our content, our video lectures and our motivational thoughts. So I request and suggest and advise to all our viewers, please subscribe our channel, like the video. If you are new on this channel, then first and humble request to you all, please subscribe this channel. Friends, today we are discussing laws of motions, few important concepts with numerical aptitudes. As before going to discussion on the law of motion, first we need to represent any point on the space. So for representing the point, we need the frame of reference. Frame of reference. Generally, if we think about frame of reference, then what is the definition of frame of reference? What are basic importance and how many types of frame of reference? Here, our first objective to explain the frame of reference. Generally, we know that for representing the frame of reference, we use the coordinate system. If we are defining about the frame of reference, generally frame of reference is the coordinate system. This is 3D coordinate system. X, Y, Z, O. Generally, we know that any 3D coordinate system is representing by position P, a particle X, Y, Z. This 3D coordinate X, Y, Z represent the position. So X, Y, Z are the position coordinate. You know that motion is defined by space and time coordinate. So the frame of reference is a system of coordinate where we use the 4 coordinate system X, Y, Z, T. This is the frame of reference. Means a coordinate with time coordinates is known as a frame of reference. This is the 3-dimensional coordinate Cartesian plane, and so for defining the motion we required space and time. So our coordinate X, Y, Z and T. So how many type of frame of reference? So according to definition, frame of reference is the coordinate system with plot. So frame of reference, there are 2 types. Number 1, inertial frame of reference. Number 2, non inertial frame of inertial frame of reference and non-inertial frame of reference. So we are going to define what is the inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference. So inertial frame of reference. If any frame of reference in the uniform motion or at rest means V is equal to 0 or V is equal to uniform, that is A is equal to 0. If any frame of reference is moving with uniform velocity or with acceleration 0, then this is called inertial frame of reference. Another definition, Newton's laws are valid. If Newton's laws are valid, then it is inertial frame of reference. Non-inertial frame of reference. What will be non-inertial frame of reference? Non-inertial. Accelerated. If any frame of reference have an accelerated motion, means A naught equal to 0, then this is called non-inertial frame of reference. As example, if any frame of reference is revolving around Earth, around Sun, is known as a non-inertial frame of reference. Means accelerated. Motion of the frame of reference is accelerated. Means A is not 0, then this is non-inertial frame of reference. In non-inertial frame of reference, Newton's laws are not valid. Newton's के laws valid नहीं. Newton's के laws valid नहीं. So dear students, there are two kinds of frame of reference. One is the inertial and other is the non-inertial. If laws are valid, then inertial. If laws are not valid, then non-inertial. Now we are going to define inertia. Next topic, inertia. Inertia. What is the inertia? Inertia is the physical state of any body which opposes its change of position, change of state. Change of state. First property क्या है? It is physical property. दूसरा, it opposes its change of position. opposes its change of position. फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी जो अपनी पोजीशंस को चेंज करने के लिए अपोज करता है, मीन्स इफ एनी बॉडी इन द स्टेट ऑफ रेस्ट, if anybody is in the state of rest, then it remains maintain this position. If anybody are in the uniform motion, then it's maintain its state of motion. This is the inertia. Means inertia is the physical property which opposes the change of its position. Type, if you thinking about inertia type, number 1, inertia of rest. Number 2, inertia of motion. Number 3, inertia of direction. 1, 2, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. There are 3 kind of inertia. First, inertia of rest. Inertia of rest क्या है? If body is in the state of rest, if body is in the state of rest, then this is the inertia of rest. And if we change its position, then it opposes inertia of rest. Example क्या है inertia of rest? As you know that the bus is in the state of rest and it start suddenly, then person lean backward. बस चलती है तो आदमी जो होता है पीछे की तरफ झुक जाता है, वो inertia of rest है. Dusting of dust particle from the bed sheet, plucking of mango, आम की डाली से आम को तोड़ना. These are the few important examples of inertia of rest. Inertia of motion क्या है? अगर कोई बॉडी मोशन में है तो मोशन में ही रहेगी. अगर उसकी स्टेट को आपने चेंज किया वो उसको रेजिस्ट करेगी. इनर्शिया ऑफ मोशन, जैसे एग्जांपल, बस रन कर रही है और आप ड्राइवर ने बस को सडनली स्टॉप कर दिया, सडनली रोक दिया, तो आप बस में आगे की तरफ झुक जाते हैं. यू लीन फॉरवर्ड, यू लीन फॉरवर्ड. दिस इज द बेसिक कंडीशन ऑफ inertia of motion. And then after, inertia of direction. Inertia of direction, if particular body is in particular direction and if you try to change the state of direction, then you need to apply external force. You need to apply external force. Without external force, direction cannot be changed. One very important example, the inertia of direction का important है mud guards. Mud guards are used in automobiles, cycles and other vehicles. मड गार्ड यूज किया. मड गार्ड क्या होता है? When any particle is revolving on circular track, the mud are thrown tangentially. So use the mud guard to prevent the mud particles to our clothes and etc. So we have learned there are several examples of the inertia. Mud guards, the person shifting in bus get an outward jerk. Above all the called of inertia. Now, inertia. It's completed 3 times. Now, we are going to explain momentum. What is the momentum? Momentum. Momentum is the quantity of velocity. You can define momentum by 2 ways. Number 1, qualitative definition. Qualitative definition of momentum. Number 2, quantitative definition of qualitative definition of momentum and quantitative. Qualitative, if you want to define qualitative, what will be qualitative definition? Basically, momentum is the characteristic of moving body. Momentum is the characteristic of moving body. Momentum जो है किसी बॉडी का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, एक मूविंग बॉडी का है, और ये जो होता है क्वांटिटी और अमाउंट ऑफ वेलोसिटी होता है, क्वांटिटी और अमाउंट ऑफ वेलोसिटी होता है। ठीक। दूसरा, ये एक वेक्टर क्वांटिटी होता है, सीधा वेक्टर क्वांटिटी। Momentum is the vector quantity, means it has direction. If it has direction, then it may be 0, negative or vector can be ऑल बेसिक थ्री। वेक्टर तीनों हो सकता है, 0 हो सकता है, नेगेटिव हो सकता है, पॉजिटिव हो सकता है। ये है इसकी क्वालिटेटिव डेफिनेशन। अब अगर हम बात करते हैं क्वांटिटेटिव डेफिनेशन की, व्हाट विल बी क्वांटिटेटिव डेफिनेशन? क्वांटिटी इन द टर्म ऑफ क्वांटिटी, मोमेंटम इन द टर्म ऑफ क्वांटिटी। एज यू नो दैट momentum is the product of mass and velocity. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. This is the quantitative definition. It is represented by P, and its value P is equal to mp. Then v is the velocity, m is the mass. The momentum. Yes. So then after we are going to explain the SI unit of momentum. Now next, SI unit of momentum. SI unit. What will be the SI unit? SI unit. You know that P is equal to mv or P is equal to mv. Mass of unit of mass kilogram meter per second. This is the unit of momentum. Newton second is also the unit of clear. तो यहाँ पे ऐसा यूनिट किलोग्राम मीटर पर सेकेंड, न्यूटन सेकेंड इज ऑल्सो यूनिट ऑफ मोमेंटम. Now mass is constant, then momentum proportional velocity. If mass is constant, the mass constant ये होगा. For slow moving bodies mass will be fixed. When P proportional to V means velocity बढ़ाएंगे momentum बढ़ेगा. इसका जो ग्राफ बन जाएगा वेलोसिटी वर्सेस E हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे मास आपका कांस्टेंट, मास इज द कांस्टेंट. ये था मोमेंटम. और अगर हम और डिफाइन करना चाहते हैं तो मोमेंटम की जो कैटेगरी है वो आपकी यहाँ दो टाइप की हो सकती है. नंबर 1 नॉन रिलेटिविस्टिक मोमेंटम, दूसरा रिलेटिविस्टिक मोमेंटम. रिलेटिविस्टिक मोमेंट, नॉन रिलेटिविस्टिक मोमेंट. नॉन रिलेटिविस्टिक मोमेंट क्या है? P is equal to mv. This is non relativistic momentum. And relativistic momentum, P is equal to m by m naught upon 1 minus v square upon c square into P. This is the non-relativistic momentum. This is the variation of mass with velocity. M is equal to m naught 1 minus v square upon c. Comes under the category of a special theory of relativity. Einstein relation, mass m is equal to m naught 1 minus v square upon c square. M naught rest mass, m naught rest mass. C speed of light, v speed of object. So if you want to know, this is a relativistic momentum, this is the non-relativistic momentum. This is the formula of addition of mass with velocity according to the special theory of the relativity. This is the now characteristics of momentum. We are going to explain characteristic of momentum. Characteristic. characteristic of momentum. Momentum का क्या characteristic है? Momentum can be defined qualitatively, quantitatively. Qualitatively, amount of velocity, quantity of velocity. Quantitative way, product of mass and velocity. Momentum is a vector quantity. One other important relation, kinetic energy. Kinetic energy and moment. Kinetic energy and moment. It's very important thing, kinetic energy and moment. You know that P is equal to mp. If you multiply, squaring both sides, you get, or K is equal to half mv square. Second, if K is equal to half m square v square upon m, then K is equal to half mv of whole square upon m, or P is equal to mv. You can write K is equal to half P square upon m. So kinetic energy K is equal to P square upon 2m. This is the relationship between momentum and kinetic energy. Fourth, and so P square is equal to 2mk. P is equal to square root 2mk. This is the momentum and kinetic energy relationship. This is the one of characteristic of momentum. This is the one of the characteristic of momentum. Another very important thing related to momentum. Another very important thing related to momentum, that if this is the wall, and if any ball with elastic collision, here elastic collision is happening, and ball strikes with the wall at angle theta, and it's perfectly elastic, reflect by the theta, then you can divide momentum in two categories, two components. One momentum is along the wall, one momentum will be along the wall, P cos theta, and other will be normal to the wall, P sin theta. If I ask what is the momentum, change in momentum, for getting change in momentum, P is equal to minus P sin theta minus P sin theta, total momentum minus 2P sin. If you consider about the magnitude, then P is equal to change in momentum 2P sin theta. Change in momentum 2P sin theta. If any ball is striking with angle, then change in momentum 2p sin theta. Change in momentum will be 2 sin theta. If change the angle, you get other expression. It's a very important formula for calculating numerical aptitudes. So we are discussing about the inertial frame of reference, momentum, moment of inertia, and these are very important things before going to study the Newton's law of motion. So this is the topic of the day which I have explained. Today I explained about frame of reference, inertia and moment. I have explained three things: frame of reference, inertia, moment. Frame of reference are two types: inertial frame of reference, दूसरा नॉन inertial frame of reference, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction, momentum, qualitative, quantitative, relativistics, non-relativistics, qualitative, quantitative, relativistics, non-relativistics. Inertial frame of reference, non-inertial frame of reference, inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Qualitative, quantity of velocity. Quantitative, P is equal to mv. Relativistic, P is equal to mv. Non-relativistic, P is equal to mv upon 1 minus v square by c. And relationship between P is equal to square root 2km. And if a strike at any angle, then change in momentum 2p sin. This is the briefing of the chapters which I have discussed today. So this is a very basic and important concept today we discuss in our lectures. So I request you all, please like, subscribe my YouTube channels, and for getting more updates regarding physics, mathematics and chemistry also in our upcoming days. In our upcoming days, we will discuss few important concepts regarding chemistry also, mathematics also, physics, and day by day we are discussing other subject also as social sciences, geography, history, political science and economics, and general science also, general mathematics also. So please like, share, subscribe my YouTube channels, and देखने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग. नमस्कार. जय हिंद.